Well, welcome back to another episode of NRL Unpopular Opinions. Joining me in the studio this week is
Counting him in.
Jarrell Yalgi.
I'm sorry.
Oscar Panafex, Liam Fogarty. Boys.
What do we call those things that we clap? And
Cheeks.
Then old man over here clapping cheeks. And then old man over here still goes, 3, 2, 1. Is that it? Was that for yourself to count yourself in?
I've got to get mentally prepared for this.
Yeah.
That's a little technique you've learnt from
a previous host.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, you're learning much from him.
Nah.
See ya. 85,000, my friend. Anyway, no, it's good to be back. It's really good to be back. Honestly, we have some fun on this show, and I really enjoy it.
And before the show.
There's
a lot that gets left on the cutting room floor.
Well, we don't know. If Rich gets fired, he'll bring it all up. Don't worry. He's been recording since we get in here. I'm going to get these one day. That's what he's thinking. And when it does, we'll all go straight down the toilet bowl.
Oh, we're in big trouble.
Like Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
We'll bring him down with us. Rich, you're coming down with us, mate.
Yeah, he's nodding. I don't know. I'm not sure if he means that.
What is this episode?
I don't know. I don't really know where to go with
There's a
this.
cheeky mood in the air.
There is. And you've already alluded to it, Oscar.
Well, you brought it up this morning, didn't you?
I did. We had to. We had to. Who's given Reece Walsh a phone? Why does he still have one?
He's plumber.
You know what? I actually had time to think about this. I actually really had time to think about this. And I sat down and I was like, why do kids do stupid shit? All right? That was what I said to myself in the mirror. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, why do people do stupid shit, Jarrell? Do you reckon this is a game for him to get more followers?
I think
It's an interesting way to go about it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll put it this way. We watch over the last 10 years, social media get bigger, influencers get bigger. Do you think Reece Walsh really wants to, or anyone in social media wants to work for the rest of their life? If he can play football, right, for 12 years and then leave the game with a presence in this area, do you reckon that's where he's going with it? Because he's got like 500,000 followers on both platforms.
I'd love to know the numbers.
Platforms.
How many extra followers did that toilet video get him?
Do you reckon? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, and it's
working. We're talking about it.
Well, correct.
Yeah.
Like, it's on the news. It was on the news.
Dude, it's objectively hilarious. It is so funny.
A little bit like
What's funnier, the content itself or how outraged everyone is about it?
He just knows that people are going to.
He doesn't care, mate. I just checked. I haven't spoken to him today,
funny.
but he's out getting a coffee with his dog this morning. He didn't give a.
He's oblivious to everything.
I don't think he cares, honestly. I think how people treat him online when he plays footy and when he plays good and bad, he just takes that in however he takes it with what he's doing on his social media.
So are you saying he's trying to become more of
I don't know if he's trying to, but whatever he's doing is working. Let's put it that way. Because this is going to be talked about for a while. I mean, there's other times where, people in the wrong. I mean, what was the last one? He punched one of his mates. That's
equally also objectively hilarious.
Yeah.
Something we've all done.
Yeah.
Like, equally funny. I just don't know where. Like, we're laughing right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's funny. Like, it's probably not the best look for, kids out there, but.
But also, I mean,
but we're not here for the kids.
This is not the worst look for kids out there either, really, is it?
No.
No kid saw that video of Reece punching his mate and went, I've never thought of doing that. Let's go do it. Like,
they already think about it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're already doing that shit. It's nothing egregious or offensive, and then Reece has seen a golden opportunity to show off his new toilet, and he's done just that.
What a toilet it is.
The gag around it be like, this is good for muscle recovery too.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It is funny.
I wish that it was a promotional video for the toilet company, like Fisher and Packle or whatever it was.
Yeah,
like,
Reece.
Isn't there a brand called
Get
Reece?
on board, Reece.
Isn't it in this building?
Yeah, it is.
Well, someone check. Was it a Reece toilet? We need to know.
No, that looked
Maybe
like
it was just a
prison
promotional
toilet.
bit.
Well, it looked like a prison toilet, honestly. where he'll be going if he keeps it up. All right.
I think the best bit is
Flush his rugby league career down the toilet too.
Oh, they write themselves,
don't they?
the best bit is that he's actually posting it. Like this isn't
Yeah.
like every other NRL off-field controversy is one of their mates leaking it. Like he's posting
Oh, did he? So he did post it.
Almost all
On
of it.
what? On what did he post it on?
on TikTok.
Did he really?
I'm pretty sure it was TikTok.
Well, it's not on there anymore. I mean, I don't have TikTok. Do you have TikTok?
I missed it completely.
I think it was down pretty quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Down the toilet.
I think Stop it! This is good, man. It's really good.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
that is definitely one of the funniest parts about it, that
Yeah.
he's just posting it himself.
How many views do you reckon he would have got on that before he pulled it?
I don't know how long it was up for, but
more now that people
Yeah.
are talking about it.
So can you? Look, I'm sounding really old here, but can you still keep that video if you've got it? How do people have it if he's taking it down?
Film it on his phone and then
Screen
he's
recorded.
uploading it to TikTok. So it'd
You
be on
can
his
just-
phone.
No, but what I'm saying is how other people got it, because I still seen it floating
yeah,
around.
you can download it off TikTok. You can screen
okay.
record.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
There would have been some savvy operators who saw that and thought, "This is going to need to be reposted in a couple of hours. So I'll hold on to this."
So even if he deletes it, just
Someone else.
Yeah.
Will.
so if he deletes it and someone reposts it, then it deletes from theirs as well.
No, but it's too late once it's out there. You know, you can't control what happens to it.
Well, speaking of savvy operators, all of this chat got me thinking. There's got to be
You're calling yourself a savvy operator.
No, I'm not. Definitely not. There's a list out there. Someone's got to have a list of these off-field incidents across the last, 10, 15 years in rugby league. And sure enough, Reddit came to my call.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a thread of about, I don't know, how many do you reckon here, folks? 100?
There's
Scrolls.
Yeah,
There's
fair few
a
scrolls.
serious amount.
Yeah.
It's not an exhaustive list either. There's some good ones that have been left out, but
We should
it's
probably
pretty good.
We should probably not go anywhere near what we.
Well, yeah.
We'll be
Let's just stay
sensible.
away from
Yeah.
certain ones.
Yeah.
We'll be sensible, but we're going to have a little mini draft here. We're all
Okay.
going to pick 5 each of our favourite.
Well, that's hard.
There are some.
I'll have a go.
Why don't you lead us off, Ryan, to get the ball rolling?
Well, the first one, I don't even know if it's on this list, and it might be controversial because it's not a player, but it's Paul Kent versus the tree.
100%.
Yeah.
That was on my
I don't know.
list too.
I don't know if that's controversial. I think that's fine.
Yeah, okay. So
I
that's
think it's
mine.
fine. It's
Man, I got to go see that tree.
Yeah, you did too.
Very special
a plaque
moment.
like.
Oh.
Is there a plaque?
I think so. I think that someone's stuck a plaque on it.
Well, someone did stick a plaque on the toilet cubicle that Kurt Mann and Kalen Ponga were.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Sorry, where Kurt Mann was helping his friend,
yeah.
his sick friend Kalen Ponga, who wasn't. I think he had some bad seafood that night.
Yeah.
Two of them. Were they in the cubicle
They
together?
were in the cubicle, and there's a
But
plaque.
you
in
got to
that
do those
cubicle
type
now.
of things. If your friend's in a cubicle
Yeah.
and they need help,
That's right.
got to go help them.
That's what friends are for.
Who wants to go next, Oscar?
Yeah, well, I just threw up Man and KP. That was on my list.
Okay.
Couple other ones. Lockie Lewis selling the speaker was all time.
Like really, really good.
That was just a prank, bro.
The harmless ones are my favourite.
Yeah.
So Lockie was good. Kane Evans riding fold some cunt on his wrist.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's controversial.
Oh my days.
Mine's probably the one I like that I don't condone. But it's Todd Carney.
Yeah,
Which one?
The bubbler.
Got to be on there.
Yeah, the bubblers. Yeah, I think that's funny, but don't do it.
I reckon.
But if you can do it.
But what I'm saying is we got to watch someone else do it, so you don't have to. Is what I'm
Has
saying.
Carney made more money from the bubbler than his footy career?
He didn't
All
do an
those
ad
speaking
promo.
gigs,
Yeah.
ad
He
promos.
did a gig.
And you know what? He's found himself again. So
Yep.
he's sober now,
Correct.
and I speak to Toddy every now and then when I see him, and he's obviously in a great track, and he's in a really good place now. But you got to look back, and you can't those moments you can't get
So,
rid of, unfortunately.
Don't do the bubbler unless you want to make a heap of money, is what you're saying, Jarrell.
Yeah,
That is
well,
your exact quote.
there's another plumbing company. There you go. That could be involved. There's bubblers. Gosh, just getting away with murder. Oh, well, that's one there's one of mine.
One of yours? Yep.
Yep.
Fogs, you want to go next?
I'm just going to say 2 words, and it's going to cover a few of them on this list. Dylan Napper.
Someone had to do this.
Best video ever. I don't care what anyone says. Best video ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
The best part was
Very funny video.
You said it was Kane Evans who had the writing on his wrist.
Yeah.
It was Kane Evans shadowboxing.
Yeah, it was him.
In
Oh,
that
So he's been in
He's a
two.
repeat offender.
He's just a drive by him, yeah. Just on both of them.
There's so many good ones.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go Jerome Luai at Biz's wedding. That's got to
Are
be.
you looking at my list?
Chill.
Yeah, Jerome's best man. So
Having a fufu.
Yeah. You can't take those moments back either. I actually was just talking to one of my best mates today. I'm the best man for his wedding, and he was very adamant that he goes, please don't, get drunk. I was like, I'd never do that.
Well, how
Don't do it,
many,
Jerome.
How many weddings has Jerome saved because of that video?
Oh,
Like, how many best men have looked at that and gone, oh, geez, okay.
yeah. True. That's probably not. Yeah, I'd.
Reminds me of this Chappelle's Dave Cosby.
I thought you were going somewhere else with this Chappelle. I was like, whoa.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
He rapes, but he says.
Put your goddamn. Anyone else?
Oscar, you've already given us a few. You got any? Give us a couple more.
Yeah, Junior. That time Junior Paulo tried to play local grade rugby union when he was suspended, and he put on a headgear and used a different name. That was good. Bo Falloon messaging his dealer. The season starts now. Minutes after the Titans
That's
lost
a good one.
round 27
No,
or
I
whatever it
remember
was.
that
That
one.
was good. Probably my favourite of this list was when Jared Hayne, while in prison, fell foul of a fraudulent crypto scheme,
And
which was being run by an inmate who was in jail for fraudulent scheming and taking people's money and everything. So yeah, that was pretty good. Hayne got double whammied, and then the most recent one for me was the Phil Gould Lachlan Galvin gear that came up, where he was accused of saying things, and then he like the clips that were going around on social media from me, like, I've never met with Lachlan Galvin, and then someone's clipped Phil Gould speaking 6 months ago going, oh, it was great to meet Lachie Galvin, like really impressed with the young man, like all this shit, just completely contradicting himself to the point where Shammers called him out on TV and Gould was just able to go, nah, kid, shut up, and that was pretty much the end of it. I don't know if we heard anything since then.
yeah.
Long live the king, Gus Gould.
I think Chris Sando's just been in the news lately, but the funny one of him is he crashed a loan car on the way to the game and left it there so he wasn't late. So he just left it on the side of the road. It's just, obviously not a sponsor car. So he's crashed it, left it on the side of the road, ran into Parramatta Stadium, and thought it would be all good.
Thought it'd be all good.
Thought it would be all good. That's a pretty funny one. What about the pain and someone stood on my shoe?
Oh, Albert.
Yep.
I had that on mine too. Yeah.
He stood on my shoe. They got into fight. Katoni.
Oh, that's a good one. That's not on
Yeah,
this
that's
list.
a good one as well. What else? Man, there's plenty of them.
Yeah. It's scary how many there are.
Long time ago, but I remember this. I was in under 12s Queensland camp down in Wyong, training down there. The Manly Seagulls came to our training session. Chris Sandow was my halfback at the time. We're doing like drills with the Manly Seagulls, and I think Chris Sandow stood up in front of the group. They were like, ask anyone's got any questions, and Chris Sandow stands up and goes, yeah, why are your finger running the bumhole for? So the Hopper scandal, the Hopper finger in the bum. It sounded exactly like that too, because obviously he's an Indigenous boy. Very funny.
What did Hopper say?
Yeah, I think I blacked out from there because I was oblivious. Obviously, I was still a young man, but obviously someone like Chris Sandow really wanted that moment.
Can I get that one more time?
Yeah, you nailed that impression.
Yeah, why are you finger everyone's bumhole for? Very, very funny, and I think a lot of the Manly players laughed, obviously at the time. But the Hopper one is rare. That happened a lot.
Yeah,
and that was a scandal on the field, which we don't see a lot of on-field scandals. James Roberts getting in trouble for two James Roberts things. James Roberts' contract got sent to someone else on an email, one, and James Roberts got in trouble. Remember when COVID was happening, and he stood out on his balcony. You weren't allowed on your balcony.
Yep.
And he got caught done on his balcony. Like,
How dare he?
That's crazy, right? To get some fresh air. There's a helicopter watching people bloody walk out. Oh God. Anyway, but there's just a few more from me. Anyone else?
I've got this one tickled Ryan and I this morning. that I'd never heard this one before. Wally Lewis buys shitbox car to drive around a kangaroo store. Teammates pick it up from the car park and throw it into a river as a prank. Before realising the next morning that they'd done it to the wrong car.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. That's funny.
That's probably top 3. Right?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh, another one. Big Nate in the hallway. Yeah. Got to go to the toilet when you got to go. You got to go. That's funny.
Happens
I mean,
to
it's
the
not
best of
funny
us.
at the time, but funny now. I suppose there's some scandals you can laugh about now, but not back then when it actually happened.
There was so many poo-related NRL scandals.
I'm surprised that's the first one we've had off the list. Turbo chasing a stranger down a Corso mall, pulls up with a hamstring injury and blames it on falling in the shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Mate, there are some bangers.
This one, Josh Papali throwing a 1 litre bottle of moisturiser at another motorist in a road rage incident.
What's he doing with that in the car?
Well, I mean, Big Papa, what's doing, bro?
What about the Bulldogs when they got done shot on camera being naked in the upstairs area at that private function on their Mad Monday?
Adam Elliott had his bulldog out.
Yeah, but I got to, I'm with them on that one.
Yeah,
there's so
we
much
know you
nudity.
are.
There's so much nudity on Mad Mondays.
Well, if you don't score a try,
Yeah, but also they were trying to be in a private function.
Yeah, no,
you can't have cameras trying to get over a balcony.
And you're a known advocate for getting your piece out.
Yeah.
As we've established this year.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
You're for world peace.
World peace, nice. That's good from you, folks. Is anyone else? Because these are they're getting ridiculous.
Do we want to do the Hayne one, not the one we're all thinking of?
Oh, the Hayne, yeah.
No, it was yours, so you take it. You take
there's Jared Hayne when he was at the Titans. He went to, I think it was Rabina State High to do a cyber safety talk.
And the porno.
And he had his Pornhub up on his phone on the screen.
Oh my
Yeah, he had a
god.
couple in there, didn't he?
That is a.
Anyway, last round of rugby league this weekend. Boys. What are we thinking?
Serious footy chat. We might take a break. We'll throw together a graphic for all these. And we'll post it on socials. But good chat, boys.
And don't get too. Well, I mean, we're getting very excited about this, but don't do any of this stuff, okay? Please.
You're listening to NRL Unpopular Opinions, boys. Time to actually talk about some footy after
That's right.
that hot start to the show.
That's what this show's about.
Melbourne Storm, let's go all the way back to last Friday night.
Yeah.
Roosters romping, second half.
Dear
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Well, that's what Bellamy said. Not my words. Everyone calm
Soft
down.
as butter, he also said.
Yes,
That
which
was-
is really a good thing sometimes. I love soft butter.
Yeah, it's-
Hard butter, not good.
It's a punish.
Yeah, you rips your bread and your toast.
Can't have it.
Anyway,
Can't have it.
It's just a
Pretty tame
Just
from
a
Bellamy.
man's world.
I actually feel strongly about that, Jarrell. Thanks
Oh,
for
me
bringing it
too.
up. I always get my butter out like 5 minutes earlier.
Don't you just
Then
leave?
I'm ready to
don't
use
you leave your
it.
butter outside? I've got a butter.
Little
In
butter
Queensland.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It just melt, wouldn't
I
it?
might need to get.
Are
Nah,
you
you
living in a
put it underneath.
Are you living in a f***ing shed? Like,
myself
what sort of
butter
house? Don't you have insulation in your house?
We didn't all play for bloody
Yeah.
kangaroos and maroons.
We're not all
and
millionaires.
Broncos.
I'm
Come on.
I'm just saying. You
Settle down.
You can't be living in houses that are fucking boiling
7th
hot.
division soccer's
Yeah,
not
come
paying
on.
that much.
Yeah, I got to pay for that pleasure.
Anyway, you peasants, move on.
The Storm. $2.60 still to win the Prem. Look, losing, I think you said this in our group chat, Oscar, losing a milestone game like that, and then Bellamy's comments sets up for a very interesting finish. And I know they were resting some players last week against the Chooks. Still had Paps and Munster, mind you, but is there any worry with the Storm, or is this like now we're on watch to see how they respond, surely?
I always write them off every year. I always say, I don't know. I know I'm just probably sick of writing them off. I think their experience at this time of the year is second to none. They have so many players that have been here before and done it. They got coaching staff who have been here and done it so many times before. So I would say they're going to definitely click into gear. Are they as scary as what they have been previously? Probably not. But the unpredictability of them being an up and down side at the moment is still a scary prospect as well. So you can't take the Melbourne Storm lightly, especially when it comes to the business end of the year. And unfortunately for the Brisbane Broncos, They got towed last week, and they have to. They get to come to Suncorp, and they love Suncorp.
They do.
So it's going to be an interesting watch on Thursday night here in Brisbane. But I don't think you should be worried about the Melbourne Storm. I think they will hit their straps just at the right time.
What about you, Oscar? You watch more film than anyone. Have you seen anything? I've read some stuff saying that they're vulnerable up the middle this year. And
Well, they were vulnerable in the middle last week. But
last week.
they rested. Like, they were missing so many key contributors. I think Alec McDonald got spotted a lot in that game. That's a guy who hasn't really been in the first grade side for the best part of this season. Obviously, Harry Grant's a massive loss, and then in the back line as well, Kane Bradley and Marion Seve, you'd probably assume aren't going to be there in finals, provided Melbourne stay fit. I think I heard Justin Hotto say on Levels this morning, I think the healthiest team in the comp will win the premiership from this point. Like, you could make a case for pretty much maybe not the Sharks or the Wars, depending on who you're talking to. G'day, Ryan.
We're going to get to that.
But you can make a case for 8 teams to win it now, whereas 12 weeks ago we were saying, there's maybe 3 or 4 who can win it. Comes down to health. I think, provided they've got that healthy spine there and they can get, it's like that back. Like, it's good to see Will Warbrick back, and then they can bring Xavier and Nick Meaney, and suddenly that back line looks kind of like really kind of steady and reliable, as opposed to a lot of kind of fringe first graders filling in. So they're still my pick to win it, the Storm, at this point.
And then the other side of the coin, and I know we've spoken a lot about the Roosters the last few weeks, but we have to, because I know they had that loss a couple of weeks ago, but they're humming again.
Yep.
They've turned it around very quickly without Sam Walker. Teddy's probably going to win Dally M.
Yep.
I thought Hugo had probably the best game of his career last week.
Yep. There's another guy who had a pretty good game too.
How dare the NRL change the rules on Rookie of the Year as well? Halfway through
that
the
is
season.
a talking point. 100%.
Classic NRL, that is.
Marky Mark.
So he's not going to get it because of.
Because he played last year.
Yeah. Well, no, sorry. It's because he's played a certain number of first grade games
For another code. Yeah.
No, I think that's bullshit.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's classic NRL.
Because I think that we've got to highlight the players that do come from rugby union and give it a crack and have success. We've got to give them, you know what? We can't put it past. He could possibly still win Winger of the Year.
I think so.
There's still a chance. There could still be a chance.
Leading try scorer.
You know what I mean? So I think he goes to on the tour. I honestly do.
For sure.
It's a big call, but I think he does. I think he's got all the attributes to be an Australian player in rugby league. He carries the ball very well. He's good under the high ball, both ends, defence and attack. He can pull tries out of his ass, which as a winger you need that when you need big moments. And he's classy. He's not only just a normal winger as well. He's actually nice to watch.
Yep.
He makes it exciting to watch rugby league when he's playing. So he's one of my favourite wingers at the
Creative
moment.
as hell.
Yeah, creative as hell. And you don't see that from a lot of our wingers, anymore. We see the big finishes and people putting them outside the post, but you don't see wingers chipping for themselves, grubbering for themselves, trying things.
Little raps and flicks.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what I want from my wingers. I want them to try stuff. You get paid the big money to do that type of stuff.
And those are the skills that have transferred well for him from sevens. Like his ability to create space by coming in off his wing, bringing 2 into the tackle, getting the ball away. Like, those are centre movements, but he's finding ways to do it on the wing. Yeah, he's a joy to watch. Like the Chookies, I did my power rankings. Won't go into it at the moment, but my club power rankings for this week, and I put the Chooks second behind the Raiders. Just with what they're doing right now, like on current form, you've got to argue they're one of the best teams in the comp right now.
$17 to win the comp. Are you taking that?
Yeah, I might put a little dabble on that when I get home this afternoon.
I feel like we've seen their ceiling and we've seen their basement now.
Yeah.
And their ceiling is, like you said, the best in the league.
Like premiership winning caliber, isn't it?
They take care of the footy. That's what they did to Melbourne on Friday night, is their very best.
And they've got, like we've talked about Mark Nawaqanitawase in terms of a breakout season and a game breaker for them. Like, if they're in the balance, they can throw him the pill and he's going to do something. They've got that in a lot of places on the field. They can kick to Toops. They can throw it to the other wing and give Marky Mark a look. I think what Nafua White has done in the middle is equally as impressive as Mark in terms of a breakout season, giving the Roosters a top-tier player in a key position when they've already got an elite fullback, an elite halfback, gun centres, gun back rowers. Like, they're stacked.
Yep.
And they're probably the healthiest team in the comp behind Canberra right now. So They can do some damage. Like, of all the teams you'd want to avoid, was probably Penrith a few weeks ago. You go, fuck, I wouldn't want to see Penrith in a knockout game. Right now, would you say it would be the Chooks? Would be top of that list?
Well, that's why. I'm a Bronco, as a Broncos fan, I want.
Yeah, no.
I don't want that to happen, and there's a possibility. So, it's interesting.
Well, one team that might be matching up with the Panthers come finals is the Warriors. And I'll refer back to the premiership market, because if you have a look now, $41 for New Zealand to win it. And I just think that's incredible for a 6 seed that's also going to be hosting a final in a couple of weeks. I don't think we've ever seen that.
That's crazy.
That's a big price. And look, they were probably unlucky to lose on the weekend. We can get into the bunker stuff in a second. I've been off the wires for most of the season, and Oscar, you've berated me for it, but I still think they're cannon fodder at this point in the year. Just making up the numbers, but is there anything you guys are seeing from the Wires that makes you think they could at least win one finals game?
Yeah. I think if you get the Warriors at home, that's worrying. I think we said it, 4 weeks ago? That's where you don't want to be in a finals.
Warriors.
Yeah. If you honestly, if you get a Warriors team at home where they we haven't seen a lot of that over their tenure in the NRL.
True.
So you're going to know they're going to turn out, and you're going to know they're going to turn up. And some of their stats that they do very well is their tackling efficiency and what they do in good ball is very important for them. I actually think if you want to take Penrith anytime, like at any time of the year, this is where you want to have them for the Warriors. If it's going to be the Warriors at home, that's where there's a huge chance that the Warriors can knock out the 4-time premiership winners. And that's a big call, but it's unpopular opinions, gentlemen.
Then they're not going to beat themselves. Of any team in the 8 right now in a finals game who you could be confident of that they're not going to beat themselves, you'd probably say Penrith, and then I'd say the Wars.
Yep.
Like, their defence is still gun. They're still so resilient under pressure. Obviously, they're not as efficient anymore in good ball without Lukey Metcalf, and Wade Egan had a pretty kind of quiet game on the weekend as well. But even against the Eels, they had 2 try-scoring opportunities they created for themselves. Shit bounces of the ball. New Zealand go the length of the field, and it's a 24-point turnaround. Two 12 points either way. So, yeah, I don't know. I understand, like, you look at what they're missing going into the finals. I just said the healthiest team will probably win the comp. They're definitely not the healthiest team. So I can understand
the price on offer.
Yeah. And the rhetoric around them kind of being, cannon fodder, to use your words, Ryan. But, yeah, I still think, regardless of what happens now, it's such a successful season for them. But, yeah, I still think they've got enough grit in them. They haven't had Jackson Ford there for the last few weeks. He's holding together a middle that's already missing Barnett and among others. So, yeah, respect the Wars. Stop laughing, folks.
I said a word.
He's daydreaming.
Back to one of your pre-season predictions, Gerard. We do have to talk about Adam O'Brien, because we've been on this train for the entire year, and he got the sack just after we recorded last week. The succession plan's interesting, I think.
What succession plan?
Well, yeah, great point. Blake Green, who has been responsible for an attack that's averaged 14 points a game, is the favourite. Is that just ludicrous?
Well, I don't know if he is a favourite now. There's been talks that there's a hierarchy that are coming together to make the right decision, and I think the likes of Joey Johns is being a part of that as well.
Jeez, could you imagine?
No, I think he...
Did he knock it back, did he?
Yeah, I think he said he's not involved. I saw Michael Hagan. Involved in it, and then a couple of board member names I didn't recognise.
But I just knew this was... We seen this coming for the last couple of years. We knew that Adam O'Brien wasn't the right man for the job. I mean, if you're close to Newcastle Knights and you're a fan, you probably don't think like that, because you've got to back your coach. But when you're at a distance like we do, we get to watch footy every week, and we can judge and we can predict what we think. I just feel like this was a long time coming. I don't know if they looked after him with that extra couple of years, because now he's going to walk away with 2 years under his belt. They're going to have to pay him out. It's a lot of money.
Oh, he'll be walking out with a smile on his face.
Correct.
Just like Desi.
It's obviously devastating, and your ego goes away. Your ego will go, but you look at your bank account, you'd be pretty happy. So, yeah, Newcastle, I tipped them to have the wooden spoon at the start of this year. There's a chance they still have it. And I just don't. I still think Kalen Ponga leaves, even though he's come out and said that he's going to stay. I just got a chance. I got a feeling that he'll go.
There's been rumours about him going on the Bulldogs come out in the last 3 hours. Yeah,
I hate that.
I think he'll still go to Union. I think the money in that new Union comp is humongous. And for someone,
KP at the Dogs.
I don't. I
That
don't.
was yucky.
I haven't heard that.
I don't like the Dogs.
I think full credit to I've been pretty critical of AOB, or as critical of anyone, but he was very classy with the way that it was handled, like the things that he said in terms of like he pretty much nailed it. He felt like he couldn't do anything more with that roster, which is pretty much true. And like 4 finals from 6 seasons, I think it was, is what the records will show. Pretty good. We know there's probably a little bit more that went into those numbers, and maybe they weren't genuine finals contenders for a few of those, but at the end of the day, that's what will be on his resume when he goes to be a head.
Yeah.
And even I liked what he said. He's like, I don't want to be the lead man. Like, I don't need to be the lead man. He's like, I'm happy to just go be an assistant for a while. Like, he sounds like a bloke who's just
but he said he's got $2 million for 2 years.
Yeah.
So like, it's
but
easy.
I found it refreshing. I thought it was very honest.
And
from him,
take nothing away from him. I think he's probably got a great personality as well, and there's a lot of people who say away from actually the footy side of it, he's a good fella. But you're gonna be fine when you're walking away with that much money, and you can go and say, I mean, if I walked away from my job and they paid me for the next 3 years, I'd just be like, I might just coach local league forever. That's just whatever. That's just he's in a really good place. Him and his family in a really good place, and look, it's probably cost him his mental, toughness, because $2 million to walk away from that shithole that's happening right now.
Who would want that job?
Like, it's a hard job right now.
That was the question I had.
It's a tough job.
Do you reckon that Dylan Brown contract to be scaring off a lot of potential coaches? It's a big, or the biggest contract of all time that you've inherited from a previous group. Like, if it doesn't work, like, you're going to be made to blame. Like, you'll be the scapegoat.
Well, it puts any coach that wants to come in and rebuild that club.
It forces
them not to do that.
Or if it forces them into a decision that they need to stick with, like, they've got to build that team around Brown.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas maybe of the X amount of coaches, prospective coaches, maybe only a handful of them want to build their club around a player like that.
And I hope he proves us wrong, Brown. I honestly do, because it's a big... It's a lot to have on your shoulders. That much money, that much... You got a town on your back, Newcastle, and they're very passionate. So I hope he does go well. It's just not looking great at the moment where everything's unfolding.
Before we pick a multi, another little bit of news that keeps sort of doing the cycle is this idea of a wild card round. Yes or no, are we in favour of this? So I'm not.
If I haven't heard this is the first time I've ever heard of a wild card round.
Basically, it's similar to what you picture in the NFL.
AFC and the
So like,
and you're gonna have the
9 and 10 play for a spot.
Pretty much. It's kind of like NBA playing in a way as well.
I mean, do we genuinely need more rugby league?
That's what I'm getting at. That's exactly my question. No.
And I can tell you this right now. I talk to players week in and week out. They don't want more footy, man.
No, of course not.
It's too much. They're buggered, bro. They're already buggered, especially the boys that are playing at a high level, who play Origin, who play, sometimes a test in the middle of the year. It's a lot of footy.
There's a reason the top teams are resting players when they don't need to play.
And
that's where it's all come from, right? It's people, how can we avoid teams resting players before the finals?
Don't give them more footy.
100%. It's trying to Band-Aid fix a problem that they've already got. And it's also, like, it's not a problem. The NRL, like, the Premiership goes to the club that's the best all round. It's not just the best 17 players and one coach. Like, you look at the Panthers players that played over the last week and then probably this week as well. If someone gets injured in week 1 of the finals, they're going to need one of those dudes to step up. And if they're not ready, then they probably don't win, and therefore Penrith aren't the best club in the game this year. Like, it all goes into it.
The other thing about Penrith, we've got to remember, guys, is they've been the best team for 5 years. They've played the most football out of everybody. So as much as I don't want them to win a premiership, I will stick up for their players because they play so much footy, and they have, and that's what happens when you're good. I get it, but you cannot if there's a chance of losing because of muscle injuries, losing a player for 5 weeks or resting them for one.
Yeah.
I think we know where we're going to go with this. So
And they can't afford it like this year compared to previous years. They don't have the luxury of depth that they've had.
And the thing is, we need our star players, and that's why people pay their money, the fans, to watch them. But if you can't rest them at certain times, you're not going to be able to put them on the field for 27 rounds a year. It's not going to happen. So you either take what's happening with the coaches and the reasons why they're doing it, the coaches aren't going, just sick of the fans this week. I'm going to rest everybody. That's not how people look at it. They're coaches. They're trying to protect their players so they can be the best when it's the business time end of the year. And that's the right thing for Penrith at the moment. They would have played more games out of everybody in the last 5 years, those players. So, we've seen injuries like they've had. We've seen, people like Toto had been so injured in the last couple of years. Yeah. Cleary even been so injured.
Yo's missed time this year.
Like he never misses games. I think we've got to come to a conclusion that these players are playing a lot of footy. We don't need to fucking add more.
Yeah. And to your point, history shows us that teams outside the top 4 don't win the premiership.
No.
So why would we want 9 and 10 playing?
Yeah, that's
correct.
That's exactly.
It's just a pointless exercise.
What have we just done the last 27 weeks for, if not to figure out the best 8 teams who should be battling out for finals?
Exactly right. All right, let's pick this multi. Last week, I'll put the hand up. I'm in a horrible slump. I took the Storm to cover.
Yikes.
No good.
You should lose 2 points.
I agree.
Boy, should there be in the
double
final?
points round. Yes, double points round.
You're the only one who wants it because you're coming.
Vetoed. Immediately vetoed.
We'll take this to the board.
Yeah,
We'll vote on this one.
That is a great idea, Gerard.
Look,
some of your best work, mate.
But if we do get let back another time for another year, there's got to be some extra points. There's got to be. But anyway, I don't think we can do it this year. We probably would have had to make that decision at the start.
You're right.
You can play your joker.
You get 1 week you can play. You get double points.
Oh,
An immunity round. We could do everything.
Oh,
that'd be
hide an immunity idol in the thing here. Whoever finds it.
In Brisbane, in general. If you find it, we give out clues throughout the year.
Rich's house.
They go
And you can just vote people out.
You don't know what you're going to find.
Who don't we want this week on the panel?
Is this the idol? No, that's something else.
Got to do an under the desk episode.
We've just turned into another show. No, that's interesting. It's getting tight though.
Yeah, what
isn't
are
it?
the records?
The other 3 legs got up last week. So I'm 16 and 10. Gerald, you're 15 and 11.
Oh,
Wow.
Hot on my heels.
What am I doing? I might get a tattoo if I win. Just while we're there.
Yeah, maybe that's something we have to look at. What's the prize for winning this thing? Fogs 13 and 13. And hot on your heels is OP, 12 and 14.
But the pack is compressing. Like it's all getting.
I'm glad you're using your hands.
Closer.
It's compressing.
12 and 14.
That was a tough.
Well, you're
watch.
12 and 14.
apparently.
Oh, here we go. Every week.
I'm joking.
There's
Nick
no-
Meaney.
Yeah, I've been
So
wrong.
I'm 15 and 11.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm 4 ahead of
Incredible
you.
stuff.
Wait. Yeah, 3 ahead of you. Well, that seems so not. That doesn't seem like a lot. I feel like
No.
It's evened up very quickly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all.
and
it's
what are
all,
you?
13 and 13. Yeah, so don't count your chickens. There's a couple weeks
Don't
left.
f it
What
up.
have we got? 5 weeks left.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
plenty
this
to play out.
Oh my god!
I could still win.
You could. There's a chance.
You telling me there's a chance?
Telling me there's a chance. All right, multi.
Let's get into this week. I'm taking the over between Manly and the Wales over 46.5 points. Yes. Fogs?
I don't know why
I'm taking an alternate line in the Roosters Rabbitohs game. I've scaled that back to 5.5 because I am
He's a nervous leg.
shitting bricks right now.
$1.53.
$1.53, massive. I've been taking line bets for a while now, so it's okay.
Come on, South Sydney.
And despite what we've been saying for the last month, someone's thrown the Titans in.
Yeah, I have. Look, there's a theory behind
So
why. The reason why.
Method to your madness.
There's a method to my madness. So I'm going to always back my bet, all right? I'm always going to back my bet. And I did back the Knights to come last.
Yep.
Now, there's a huge chance.
Yep.
There's a huge chance that they could still finish last. If the Knights get absolutely pumped by Parra, which is a huge chance.
Aren't they? Don't they already have worse for and against than the Titans?
No.
Newcastle's
they do. Yeah, sorry.
244.
So all we would need is the Knights to lose, the Titans to win. Drell's prediction comes true. So I have gone the Titans head-to-head to beat the West Tigers. If the West Tigers...
That's a great bet.
It is, yeah.
I like it.
I'd be happy with that
third
too.
time lucky, because haven't we gone bang, bang...
You guys, I think two of you both
Yeah,
lost
I
on
did the week
Titans.
before last. Yep.
I had the Dolphins to cover.
The week before
earlier.
that
was
me.
you, sorry.
Yeah.
Was to cover. So I'm just going them head-to-head.
Okay.
The Gold Coast Titans at Seabus Stadium on their last game of this year to win against the West Tigers.
That would make me so happy because I cashed out my Gold Coast Titans wooden spoon bet after like round 2 or something when Keanu Kinney had a scream.
Well, there are a lot of people saying the Newcastle Knights weren't going to come last, and
that would make me very
it
happy.
was a very bold prediction at the start of the year. So I've gone the Titans.
Okay. And then the final game on Sunday at Combank.
Yep.
OP.
Yeah, well, I'm backing up Gerard. I'm backing Parramatta
Yes,
to beat
my
the
boy.
Knights. So we're gonna win some spoons, and Fogs is gonna win some ink, and we're all gonna be.
I just don't want the spoon.
Hell no.
I also don't want the spoon to be in Queensland. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got to back that, boys. I want the spoon to be in Queensland. Get it out of there.
So we got over 46.5. Manly was Roosters to cover minus 5.5. Alternate line. Titans to win head-to-head. And the Eels to cover minus 11.5. $11.68. Fogs, where do we find it?
You can find it
in his penning bets because he's getting on.
hammer on the head, nail on the head. What? I got a bloody head knot.
I know English.
Oh, my God.
Maybe I should change my leg.
No, keep it. It's been a great regular season, gentlemen.
It has.
Yes.
We're moving to the finals next week, which is juicy. What are we looking at? What's the dollar value? For the
11.68.
11.68. Yeah, nice.
I think we've had 2 up this year, so a third one would be pretty nice.
Well, that's 2 times more than last year.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yep.
Exactly
That's
right.
good. Come on.
Trending in the right direction.
All right, boys, we'll get out of here. Thank you for your time, as always, and thank you to our producer, Rich.
Yeah, Rich, he's done a solid today. A little bit under the weather, so thanks for being here.
Get him.
Now go home.
He's flipping us off.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.